Alright, this is a series of videos from our 2025 Florida turkey hunting trip. The dates were February 28th through March 8th. So day one, we got up. We were definitely put a lot more boots on the ground. We went to one spot that I found on the map. I think it won't but like a 2 or 3 mile walk there. The field, it wasn't really what I thought it was. We didn't find a lot of sign. We found little to no sign actually. It wasn't a swamp. It was what I was looking for. So we went back to the house and we were a little discouraged. We were thinking we were at least gonna find a little bit of sign the first day that we went out scouting, but that wasn't the case. So day two, this was the full day, the opening day, first day of hunting. Me and Grant both woke up excited because we'd been counting down all year to this day, the first day we get to go turkey hunting in 2025. So we go to the trailhead that we had scouted out the previous day. We only saw one truck there, so we didn't think there was going to be a lot of pressure. We're about to head in. We probably ain't going to get too much footage since we got it in here at dark 30th. You can't hardly see your hand in front of your face, so we're going to head on in and find a good listening spot. We got to going down the path. I met some cool guys in the process. They were out there camping out. We talked to them for about 5 or 10 minutes, and another guy walked up. We talked to him. So we got there, and the folks started rolling in, so we started beating feet. We started walking on the path. Obviously, you start walking out really fast because you're excited, right? So we get to going down the path, and we get to a good spot. We thought we'd hear some gobble. And we sit there, we listen. Grant does a couple owl hoots. Owls were hooting around us. We didn't hear nothing. So then we had a couple guys pass us in some bicycles. We got a little discouraged, but we're both a little hard-headed. We weren't going to let that affect us. We're going to head back to the car. It's probably a 2-mile walk, but we're going back to the car. I'm going to switch out boots so I can get across a little bit more water. And then we might go check out another spot. But we're gonna come up with another game plan once we get back to the car, because we hadn't really seen a lot of sign, and I would rather spend a couple more days hunting. I would rather spend a couple more days scouting and get a good game plan for the next few days than just kind of lollygag through the woods and call every now and then. So that's the game plan. There was a little bit more pressure on the other trailheads, like I had expected. There was a couple folks there that were clearing trails that worked for the county or the state or whatever. But they were clearing out the trailheads, and then we went down the trailhead. There was like 15 cars in the parking lot. And then we rode around a bunch. We figured we'd do more scouting that day. So we rode around, checked out some more spots. Not really some established trailheads. Some trails just kind of went off to the side. All right, Trey. Talk to me. Talk to me. We hadn't had much luck yet. We went to one spot this morning and listened, didn't hear much. And we just kind of been riding around, scouting out some places, trying to figure out where the pressure's at. So we're about to walk down this way. It looks like there's some open woods a little bit and some burns. So we're gonna check it out. I swapped boots. My feet look like they're about 10 sizes too big, but it'll be all right. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna walk down there and see if we can't strike something up. We finally found a little bit of hen sign. She was walking up and down that path non-stop, tracks everywhere. So we just followed the first set of tracks. I would cluck and yelp. I do a little bit of purring, simulating that the hen's walking down the path. All right, Trey, tell them what happened. Well, we found a bunch of tracks on this path, sandy path right here. And I was pretty confident she was back in here somewhere. I was going to try to at least see her, and then maybe she'd lead us to a gobble. I don't know. I was just following hen tracks pretty much. That's the only sign we've seen so far. And then a doggone Jeep comes around the corner hauling tail. It's Jover, bro. It's Jover. Ragged. And finally, after about a mile, we got down the path, and she right back at me. She done some clucking, and me and Grant both looked at each other. She was right up on top of us. Maybe not even. I mean, she was probably 30 or 40 yards. The only thing that kept her from seeing us was a bunch of brush. So we sat down in hopes that we wouldn't spook her. We sat there for probably 20 minutes, and I'd yelp a couple times. She yelped back at me, but after a while, she just kind of quit, and I guess she walked off. So me and Grant got up from that spot after that hen walked off, and we started beating feet again, put in another probably mile and a half, nothing too major. But after we started walking some more, we both were wore out. And we sat there for a while and we're pondering. I looked at the map, trying to figure out what our next game plan was. We were in a decent spot, looked kind of pretty. After that hen, we didn't really find a lot of sign, so we just kept on walking, and we eventually ended up deciding that that wasn't the spot that we were gonna kill one. Well, what's going on? Well, after that, we walked another probably a quarter of a mile, and then we sat down for about 10 minutes, and both our stomachs started growling, so we're gonna head back to the car for a minute and get a sandwich or something. And I reckon we're gonna get back after it after lunch. Once we got back to the car, we went and checked out a couple more spots. I found a spot on the map once we got back, and it was right off the road. It really looked like not a lot of people were there. There wasn't an established trailhead. It was really off the beaten path. So we got there. We kind of looked around, got a couple weird looks whenever we were there. I made sure to check the map, and it was definitely part of the game land. I guess they just weren't really used to seeing folks there, right? So we started down the path. We put in a lot of miles there too. We saw a couple hen tracks, made a little bit of sign. About the time we would start finding decent sign, a doggone Jeep or something would walk past us. So at that point, I knew that we had to get off the beaten path. We had to get off of the main trails. I knew that coming in, but I knew that's what we were going to have to do. So we kept on walking. Jeeps kept on passing us. We were both getting frustrated because they were just blowing our hunt, right? So we had made a game plan to go there the next day and maybe listen for some of the gobbles, since we had saw some sign that we weren't really expecting, honestly. So we had found our game plan for the next day for sure. You want me to drain this? Joker? Hey, tell them what the plan is. Tell them what the plan is. We're gonna go to the spot we saw some hen sign yesterday, and just pray to God no Jeeps are there. Got Ace over there pumping the gas. Yeah. Dude, I went in there and I asked him, I said, y'all got any ice? He said, ice? What is ice? I said, yeah, a bag of ice. He goes, what is ice? I said, frozen water. He goes, frozen water? I said, yes, a bag of ice. He goes, oh, okay. Ice. Only in America. So the next day we got up, we brought our buddy Ace, Redneck Moses as we like to call him because of his walking stick. We got up, we went to the same place we did the day before. It was overcast and rainy, so I wasn't really expecting to hear a lot of gobbles. We sat there and waited. Didn't hear anything as expected, so we just kept on beating feet, kept on going. Saw the same sign we did the day before. Once the sun rose, it was a gorgeous sunrise, especially coming over the palm trees. So we started walking, definitely got off the path more than we did the day before. We went down some old forestry trails that not a lot of folks have been down in a long time. Really pretty places for turkeys that I thought turkeys would be, but there wasn't turkeys there, so we kept on trucking. Once we walked a long ways through sand and thick stuff, we got back to the car, and that was pretty much it for that day.